Canada should become more involved with the ISIS issue because ISIS is a large and powerful terrorist group that is growing and dealing massive amounts of damage to Syria and other countries and their citizens. Canada should lend their assistance to the Syrian government in the aid of soldiers, medical care, and family services. We do, Before we do all this, I think that we should ask for Syria's permission and for the aid of the other countries. London, USA, and Australia have all been talking about ISIS on the news and in their media websites. USA has even brought the problem to the attention of their political leaders, so we should ask them for their support in the form of troops, medical services, or financial support. We should ask for Syria's permission before we do all this, because they could turn on us if they do not like what we're doing, moving troops into their country, or trying to support the people and trying to uproot the government. Some people would disagree with sending soldiers, and they might say that we should just bomb the main groups of ISIS to take out their leaders. But I would disagree with this, because that would kill multiple civilians and destroy the countryside, including multiple homes, businesses, and farmlands. We should send in troops to capture the towns and save as many civilians as possible without the damage that bombs and explosives will cause. Others question whether the country would be willing to send our troops back to the continent that they just left. Would the soldiers agree to go back to a place where they just lost their brothers at arms? Why not ask for volunteers? I would tell those people that all of those soldiers signed up to be soldiers, so there would be no need to ask for volunteers because those soldiers have already volunteered to serve or die for their country. When they signed up, they made it their sworn duty to protect and serve the people. We were grateful with their service, but they should continue to serve. Human rights members are worried about the women and girls who have been abused by ISIS and want to lend their support in rehabilitation to the escaped girls. I would agree with the human rights that we should help these girls and we should lend them our support. I am also very grateful for the Yendizi community, the local officials in the area, and the religious leaders in the area for lending their support to the girls who have escaped and they are asking for the assistance and resources for treatments to help these women and girls. If the Human Rights Committee comes to an agreement with the Yendizi community, local officials, and religious leaders, we could make a lot more progress towards helping these women and would fill both groups' pictures.